guys, so what is up? RedPandaMining here. How you guys all doing? Hope you're all doing really well and have a really great day. In this video, I just want to talk about mining profitability and how it is as of right now, as of I guess this month of July. And so throughout this video, I'm just going to express my thoughts, and we're also going to just look back in past history of how profitability was back then. So right now, as of recording, Bitcoin did just hit like 40,000, but looks like I would say for a couple hours now we've been going back down. So we're at about 37,000 Bitcoin, and Ethereum I think hit up to about 2,400, but now we're at 2,185 USD. So pretty nice little jump we had today. You guys are gonna see this video tomorrow, but let's go along here. I do these kind of profit videos every now and then. I actually missed the month of June, but I think that month was, I would say, pretty relative to what it is now, maybe. But I just want to let you guys know that I've been making these kind of videos since like August of 2019. So there are videos that I have here that show profitability that is really in the pennies. I'll give you guys a good example of one video, January 8th of 2020. All right, so this would be about pretty much a year and 7 months ago. Okay, during that time, I always do the typical RX 580 or 570 rig. Does 180 mega hash at about 720 watts. Like, that's the go-to mining rig that I always do in terms of profitability, just to see how much a whole rig of one of those makes. And so back in January 8th of 2020, that whole rig was only making about 43 cents a day after 10 cents kilowatt hour. So really not that profitable. I mean, you're still making some money, but it's not like what it is today. And I also want to show you guys also for April of 2021. All right, so a couple months ago. And so with the same mega hash, 180 mega hash at about 720 watts, you're able to make about $14.38. All right, back in April of 2021, just averaging. So I want to show you guys right now, just to give you that perspective of what we had previous years, or previous last year, and then a couple months ago, and then up until now. Okay, just recently, and you guys are gonna see this video tomorrow, but I already have it implemented here. Okay, 180 mega hash, 720 watts. We're gonna do 10 cents kilowatt hour, and we're also gonna do profitability for the past 7 days, average the last 7 days. Okay, and we're gonna hit calculate, and we shall see that right now with a RX 580 rig, we are making about $10 a day. Okay, and if you had free electric, then it would be $11.67. Okay, so that's basically for people that maybe care about profitability. I would say most people really care about profitability. You can see here that it's still extremely profitable to mine right now. Okay, and I would say even like on a cheap R9 380, like this is I think 6-year-old's, maybe 7-year-old card. I'm not quite sure. We hit calculate here. That R9 380 is now making 45 cents on mining Ethereum Classic. That's amazing. Let's see what the mega hash is. 19 mega hash. Okay, I heard some people able to get a little bit higher than that, but I guess just generally an R9 380 is able to make 45 cents. And if you compare that to what happened on January 8th of 2020, this was a whole rig of RX 580s. All right, 6 580s at making about 43 cents back in January 8th of 2020. So right now, as of recording, it is July 26th. So yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy, right? So relative to what the network hash rate, the difficulties of all of these coins, it is due to why we're seeing the profitability so nice right now, is because the coin prices have gone a lot higher than what the network hash rate has gone up. All right, it hasn't kept with the amount of mining hardware out there in the world, especially for like GPU mining. It hasn't hit that equilibrium yet of I guess a lot of people are still getting into mining. Maybe a lot of miners such as myself are still buying GPUs for mining. So yeah, the percentages of how all of these cryptos have gone up in price, it has gone up a lot higher than what the network hash rate, network difficulties have gone up. So that's why we can see nice profitability right now. We also have to factor in the Bitcoin dominance. Okay, Bitcoin dominance also plays a role, as a lot of the revenue is tied to BTC. I would say everything is tied to Bitcoin. So you can see here the revenue in BTC there, and then the fiat value. So everything that you see is being converted into the Bitcoin Satoshi value. Okay, so and that's how we get the dollar value here. All right, so there we go. That's the end of the video. No, just kidding. I just wanted to touch on some more things. You guys can turn off if you'd like. I'm just gonna start rambling on a few different topics here, just regarding about profitability within profitability and mining per se, and maybe talk about some future stuff here. But mining profitability, I'm just on cryptex.org. They have an amazing site here, just talking about mining profitability, how on a 1 gigahash scale, how much you can make, okay, on mining Ethereum, depending on the day. All right, this literally shows every single day. And you can see, like, for example, back in, let's see, May 11th, May 10th, it was, let's see, 1 gigahash of mining Ethereum, so which is 1,000 megahash. You're able to make or generate about $283 a day. That's nuts, right? That was on these 2 days. And so a good thing, I guess, for a lot of you that are wondering, you know, about profitability, and it's never the same, okay? What you see today is probably going to be different tomorrow. All right, that your fiat number that you see here, it's always changing dependent on the prices of the coins, right? It's so volatile. These prices change all the time. And also it's dependent on the other variables of mining, which is network difficulties, network hash rate, block times, what have you. All that kind of stuff is being calculated in order to see your fiat numbers here, right? That equilibrium. You can see, you know, the past, since January, I guess maybe more back in the summertime of last year of 2020, I remember things were starting to get profitable. Really profitable during these times, because I remember DeFi started to come up back in, I think, July of 2020. And so when DeFi started coming in, the block rewards were extremely high. Okay, so there's a lot of stuff happening on the network, and a lot of people were willing to pay the transaction fees to move around their whatever decentralized finance project that they were moving around. So, but then there was a little bit of a lull, I would say, between September and then come January of 2021. That is when everything started to go up in price. And so during these times, very, very volatile times of Bitcoin going up to like 62,000, 64,000, Ethereum going up to like 4,000 USD or something. Let's just see. The peak was, I think, let's see, 4,200 USD. So that was quite high. But during those times, when there's volatility in the market, the block rewards on Ethereum were really high. So we saw blocks of, I would say 10, 8, 5, you know, there was days where it was, I think 25 for a couple of hours. We've seen like Ethermine hit like 125 Ethereum block, which is just insane. And, yeah, we've had some days which were just incredible in terms of profitability, right? For those that were mining Ethereum during these times, it was really, really nice. I mean, I think everybody and their dog was getting into mining for the past 6 months, because everyone saw the fiat value, the amount that you could make off a single GPU or a couple of GPUs. And so that's where I wanted to kind of touch base on, you know, pricing of GPUs, because this was also a big factor for a lot of people, because for those that wanted to get into mining, GPUs were really expensive. So just to give an example, like an RX 580 is recently sold for about $400 right now. Okay, Sapphire Nitro, $400, 310. You guys can see here, July 26. Okay, this is all recently sold on eBay. So I remember just back in, I would say back in when I made these videos, like 2020, January 8th of 2020, and even before that, P106s, just a lot of GPUs were really cheap. I remember buying Vega 56s for $120. I remember buying Radeon 7s for $450. I bought 1080 Ti's for $250. So during the bear market, it was the greatest time to buy hardware because it was just much cheaper. And I guess when I bought those during that time, it was the best, because later on, Ethereum and DeFi started to go up. And yeah, the block rewards were quite high. And then the rest is history. You guys know what happened in the past 6 or 7 months now. Mining profitability is extremely nice. Okay, so an RX 580, that's, you know, 4 to 5 years old. I think the RX 480 is about 5 years old now. The 580 is about 4 years old. I think it came out in like April of 2017. These GPUs came out. So it's amazing, you know, relative to what the price is, relative to what the network hash rate difficulty. the exponential growth of the hash rate just has not kept up in terms of the price of Ethereum in order for it to be not profitable. So hopefully some of you guys understand that since the price has gone up so high, that it's really nice to be mining right now, because relative to what the network hash rate is and difficulty, whatever, all that stuff, equilibrium of what you see here in terms of the fiat numbers, there just hasn't been that really huge increase. I mean, we've seen a huge increase in the hash rate for Ethereum, yes. It's just the difficulty just hasn't hit that point where it's unprofitable. So yeah, it's really nice for those people that are mining right now and able to keep going in mining. Whether or not, we're not sure how much, how long this is going to last, right? Prices are so volatile, but for miners right now, it's nice to be mining. It's really nice to be mining. And another thing I want to touch on, I don't know, maybe some people have thought of this or not, but like for those that maybe sold their 3080s a couple months ago, do you guys remember like the RTX 3080s were selling for like $2,000, maybe $2,400, at most $2,500 to $3,000 maybe a couple months ago, back in May, when the height of Ethereum was the price of 4,200, right? During these times in May, we saw GPUs selling for those crazy prices, right? You guys remember that? And so I do remember a lot of people actually said that they were selling their GPUs, but to be honest, I wonder, for those people that sold, what's the opportunity cost up until now? Because things are still profitable on an RTX 3080, for example, still making about $6 a day, $5.50 a day. So I wonder what the opportunity cost is between, selling your GPUs a couple months ago versus you just held on to those GPUs and you're still mining every day. Looking at breaking even on your GPUs, buying an RX 580 right now, let's say 588 gigabyte, it's 184 days at, if you were to buy a GPU, a 580 at $440, okay? But I showed you guys earlier, 580s were selling for about $350, $400. So Cryptex, yeah, the prices, they change all the time, but just generally here, 1080 Ti selling for about $880 on the market. Your ROI or break even is about 273 days. So let's do 1080 Ti. And yeah, okay, these are selling for like 550, 624. I see some 700 ones, 480. So maybe $500. So maybe your break-even time would be a little bit better than what Cryptex is showing here. But I think these are just the higher prices for these GPUs. But you guys know what I'm talking about. I wonder if, for those that have sold their GPUs a couple months ago, are holding on to the cash right now and waiting to buy in when the prices are going to be much lower. Okay, so for an RTX 3080, let's say, these prices go back to the regular means of maybe $1,100, $1,000 for these cards. Who knows? I like, if the market continues to go up, then no, the prices of GPUs are probably going to go up. But if the market continues to, maybe continue to go down, who knows? Then GPU pricing will be much better. So I guess everyone can say that would be the bear market play, right? The bear market strategy, buying hardware when it's cheap, just like a year or two ago, buying RX 580s for like $60, and now they're selling for like $400, $500. Depends what your strategy is. A lot of people play that way. But I also wanted to get some feedback regarding taking profits. I've talked with a few people. I've actually talked with a few mining farms on how they benefit from bull runs and bear markets. There's actually been some people out there, some mining farms out there, dependent on how many GPUs they have. Now, whether you have one 3080, just an example, like an RTX 3080 or 100 3080s, it's all relative, right? You're still making, like, say if 3080 makes $5 a day, right? It just goes up, right? Then if you have two of them, then you're making $10. If you have three of them, you're making $15 a day. Okay, so you guys understand that? When you have 100 of them, for example, when you look at the daily profit of 100 of those, you're making about $538 a day or $536 a day. And so for some, I would say 100 cards is not a mining farm. That's more like residential small miners, like such as myself. But I would say those that have, maybe 1,000 of these, and there are plenty of mining farms out there that have a lot of GPUs, thousands, in the thousands. And so they are able to make, $5,000 plus a day. So as a business, as a commercial, industrial style, they got a lot of expenses, electrical costs, internet, insurance. That's like a huge cost right there. Preventative maintenance, fans, exhaust, whatever, a whole bunch of stuff. But running a GPU mining farm in the thousands requires a lot of work, and with that comes a lot of expenses. So a lot of businesses I talk to, they actually do sell, dependent on, you know, how much capital they have, because like I showed you here, $5,000 a day is a lot of money. It's a lot of money. And so profitability, it's nice, right? It's been super nice for the past 6 months. Like, for example, if you were to, you know, times this by 30 days, what's 5 times 30? That's 150K. You know, taking out all the expenses, and this is even at 10 cents kilowatt hour. Imagine those, and there are plenty of them that have like 2 cents per kilowatt hour. So look at the difference there. They're only paying like $100 to $200 a day in electric to make $5,800 a day on 1,000 RTX 3080s. So that's pretty amazing. That's pretty amazing, right? I mean, I know some mining farms may not have 3080s. They may have thousands of RX 580s, right? But still, they have cheap electric, and they're just making money, printing money every day. And those guys, it's very similar to, like, you know, the rich just get richer. You know, you use money to make money, and so you put your money where your mouth is. These guys spent millions of dollars buying the GPUs, building the infrastructure, and now these guys that have huge mining farms are able to profit. Amazing. My dream is always to have a mining farm. It's just quite a huge project, a huge thing to get going. You need a lot of money, I guess, to start off, a lot of capital in order to do that. And for me, I would love to do something like that. But I also make a YouTube channel, so it may not be time efficient for me to do something like that. I probably would be focusing on the warehouse and not making videos at all. But anyways, guys, my friends, I think that's it for this video. I think there was a few more things I wanted to talk about. Mining pools, Ethereum, you guys all know EIP 1559 is coming out. I do have a video about the state of Ethereum mining, July 2021. You guys should go watch that if you haven't already. I talked about pretty much everything that's going to happen with Ethereum in the next 6 months to 9 months. So yeah, food for thought. Just watch that video. You guys should understand what's to come potentially. So that should be good. Okay. So anyways, guys, let me know your thoughts. I appreciate you all. It's a wild time right now. It's still amazing to be mining, right? Don't get me wrong. It's still amazing to be mining. So I know some people were getting very fearful, but I have no reason. There's no reason to be fearful. It's still amazing right now. But dependent on what your goals are, the daily profitability may not even matter. That's actually my mantra right now. I don't really care about the profitability of today. I care about more of the realized profits of the next couple of years, 5 years, 10 years away. So anyways, my friends, thanks for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. Have a good one, and peace out.